Good evening. Welcome to the third annual UWMC 24-Hour Arts Challenge. I'm Julie Bunchek, Lecture in Fine Arts Coordinator here at UWMC. The theme for this year's challenge is transformation. Our campus is undergoing a transformation as we move from being one of the UW colleges to becoming part of UW-Stevens Point. So this was an easy choice. But I think you'll see throughout this evening just how relevant this theme is to all of our arts disciplines. More than 60 artists from high school on up rose to this year's challenges to draw, paint, sculpt, write, compose, or sing a work inspired by this theme in just 24 hours. I don't know any artists who regularly choose to work under such time constraints, and I tip my hat to all of you who so enthusiastically stepped out of your comfort zone to make this event happen. Thank you all. I want to acknowledge my fantastic colleagues, Tom Fleming, Sheila Sullivan, Jill Stukenberg, Sarah Rudolph, and Tim Buchholz, and Ann Applegate. They are amazing professors, and without their willingness to throw caution to the wind and embrace whatever flies back, this event would not be happening. I also want to thank the incomparable Chris Berg, our theater manager, whose attention to countless details ensures that everything that happens in this building goes off flawlessly. Can you join me in expressing your appreciation for all of those people? As I said, we had a number of high school students who participated in the challenge, and I think even more who are here tonight. And I would just like to invite all of you who are in high school at intermission. We have some contact cards that are sitting on cafe tables in the Sonotag room, which is where the artwork is set up. If you fill out a card, give us your name, email address, some other information. At the end of the evening, we will do a drawing for some UWMC swag and kind of a nice little collection of stuff. So we'll give away 2 of those. Please make sure that you fill that out during intermission, and we'll do the drawing at the end of the event. The first arts challenge was revealed yesterday, and it was, so the first challenge that was revealed yesterday is also the first one that you were able to see tonight, hopefully on your way in. Art professor Tom Fleming talked with artists about the myriad ways in which transformation has been depicted in art throughout history. He focused in particular on Judy Pfaff, remember that name, it's going to come back in a little bit, an American artist who works in 2D and 3D mediums and on large and small scale. Pfaff is known for her art, which represents different transformations she has experienced throughout her life. 11 pieces arrived here on campus this afternoon, and Sheila Sullivan and Courtney Binder from the art department put them together in the exhibit in the Sonotag room just off the theater lobby. If you haven't already had a chance to take a look at that artwork, please do so during intermission. Our theater professor, Sarah Rudolph, was not able to be here tonight. She's not feeling well. But if she were here, I know she would want to tell you about our upcoming spring show, which is musical Spring Awakening. It is being performed April 6th through the 15th, so please be sure and check that out. And as part of that production, we received a grant from the Community Foundation to bring a visual artist to campus. She's actually a professional scenic designer. And she designed the set and the backdrop that's going to be used for Spring Awakening. And she also brought some of her own personal artwork, and it is on display in the gallery just next to the Sonotag room. So at intermission or after the show, after you've looked at the 24-hour works, be sure you walk just a little bit further and take a look at the work of Susan Atea. Okay, now I would like to introduce English professor Jill Stukenberg.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. This is fantastic because, you know, we've been doing this, I think this is our 3rd year now, and it's every year this moment when I look out and see how many people are here to like celebrate art, it's really exciting. So thank you all for being here. And I want to thank Julie Bunchek, our Lecture in Fine Arts Coordinator, because she does amazing work all year round to bring lecture and fine arts events to our campus and to tell everybody about them and to get students excited about the kind of student life we have here on campus. So if we could all give Julie a round of applause. And so, yes, I'm here to briefly introduce the challenge so you will know what it was that the creative writers have been up to for the last 24 hours. Yesterday at 4 o'clock on Friday, I met them in that room across the hall, and I revealed to them the prompts, which, as you've heard the name before, the American artist Judy Pfaff is the sort of inspiration for the visual art this year, and we decided to piggyback off that for the creative writing challenge. There's a tradition in creative writing that's called ekphrastic poetry, which is writing that's based on art, writing about paintings or writing about art. So that was part of the creative writing challenge this year. And I believe we have a slide that we're gonna show you. There it is. So those are the two works. They're large, actually installations. The one on the left or the one on the right is a very large installation. It takes up a whole room. There's sort of some tree-like parts growing through, if you can see that. And this one here on the left is hanging on a wall, but it's also quite large. So these are the two pieces that were works of art by Judy Pfaff that are the challenges for our creative writers. So as they read their pieces, you might think about, how did they get that from that, right? How did that transformation happen for them? And also, some of them might tell you a little bit about it if they want to. I'm going to invite them each to introduce themselves, read their work. The only other parameters for the challenge were that the piece that they produced had to be 500 words or less. So the works that you're going to hear tonight are going to be fairly short. Some are poetry, some are prose, but they're short form. That's another part of the challenge, having to get in that constraint. And also, of course, there was the time limit, the 24 hours. But in addition to thinking about those works of art themselves to draw their inspiration from, they were also thinking about transformation in general, or even the life of an artist in general, maybe one such as Judy Pfaff, who's credited with transforming contemporary art as a whole discipline, and also, for personal transformations that she underwent in her life. So, here they are. I'm going to send out the first writer, and then they'll come out one after another. We have eight writers tonight.